you cheat, you try and cut corners, you will get exposed, you will get punished, you will get embarrassed, you will lose all the respect, all the dignity, all the pride that you had will be stripped away from you.
And he don't differ too much because, you know, a lot of fighters that I had the pleasure of working with have a mentality of, I want to win. Let's work. Come on, coach, let's work. I want to win.
Eubank Jr. versus Benn. The war of words explodes. Tensions are boiling over ahead of the long-awaited clash between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. And this time, the drama isn't just between the fighters. In a stunning twist, Eubank Jr.'s own trainer has thrown subtle jabs at his fighter, questioning Jr.'s attitude and mindset.
Saying how powerful he is. It's not like he's a one-punch knockout guy. So, like, really? I mean, he's talking like he's knocking guys out with either hand.
While not openly backing Benn, he hinted that Conor possesses the qualities he admires in fighters: hunger, humility, and a burning desire to win. Eubank Jr., he suggested, walks a different path, marked by arrogance and a lack of urgency.
Prepared for, I cut the weight for the first time around. The scandal happened, he got caught doing the drugs. Eddie Hearn tried to cover it all up, get him off the hook. Now he's back.
The trainer even took a swipe at the brutal weight cut, calling it yet another unnecessary gamble. Meanwhile, Jonathan Banks launched a savage verbal assault on Conor Benn, mocking the hype around his so-called knockout power. Banks dismissed the notion of Benn being a true one-punch finisher, scoffing at his reputation as some two-handed destroyer. According to Banks, the reality doesn't match the noise.
Could have said it, but I mean, that's Senior says what he thinks. You know, whether he's wrong or right, he'll say it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but
Benn isn't the monster people claim he is. Chris Eubank Jr., never one to stay silent, reignited the flames by revisiting the chaos of their first attempted fight. He reminded everyone that he endured a grueling weight cut and made huge sacrifices, only for the fight to collapse after Benn failed a drug test. Eubank,
he won't draw no strength from him. Chris is his own man. He knows what to do. He's got tremendous self-belief, not because his father had that. So that won't affect him.
Didn't hold back, accusing Eddie Hearn of trying to sweep the scandal under the rug to protect Benn's image. Now that Benn is back in the spotlight, Eubank Jr. is out for revenge, and he wants the world to know it. Ronnie Davies added a dose of realism to the madness, weighing in on Chris Eubank Sr.'s explosive and often controversial comments. While Davies admitted those remarks should have stayed.
Bedeutet mir verdammt nochmal alles. Und wenn Conor Benn morgen Abend ausknockt, ihr könnt mir 5 Millionen oder 10 Millionen geben, ist mir egal. Nur der Sieg zählt, dann geht's durch die Seile zur Feier meines Mannes, auf den ich sehr stolz bin.
Private, he chalked them up to classic senior behavior. Unpredictable, unfiltered, and brutally honest, even when it's disruptive. But Davies shut down any suggestion that Jr. would be mentally shaken by his father's antics. According to him, Jr. draws neither strength nor weakness from his father. He's carved his own path, fueled by unshakable self-belief and emotional independence. On the other side, promoter Eddie Hearn doubled down on Conor Benn's mindset, calling this fight more than just about
play those small games, but Conor's ice cold, Gareth. He's ice cold, and
your thing is that he's going to do it, yeah?
Money. It's about legacy, humiliation, and sending a message. He painted Eubank Jr. as a delusional showman spiraling toward collapse, while Benn, in Hearn's eyes, is a relentless force of nature ready to destroy. But Sam Jones fired back with a fiery defense of Eubank Jr., declaring that Chris thrives in chaos and performs best with his back against the wall. He described Eubank as a war-hardened survivor, not just a loudmouth. Jones tore into the media-made aura surrounding Benn, calling it paper-thin. He claimed that when the lights hit and the real war begins, Benn's cold stares won't matter. It'll be Eubank's experience, grit, and relentless tempo that break him down. Jones insists that Eubank Jr. has walked through.
Listen, I hang out with Conor. Conor comes to my house. I want Conor to win.
Okay.
Yeah? But
Who do you think will win?
But it's going to be a hard fight for both fighters.
Agree.
Yeah, do you understand? It's going to be a hard fight for both fighters. I had a guy...
Fire and faced elite opponents, earning every stripe the hard way. Ben, he said, is still paddling in the shallow end, untested and overhyped. And once he feels Junior's pressure, Jones believes Ben's composure will crack, absolutely. Here's a sharp, high-energy rewrite of your piece, capturing all the raw intensity and personalities involved while tightening the flow and structure. Eubank Jr. vs. Ben. The truth, the fury, and the fight for redemption. This isn't just a fight, it's a war to dismantle illusions, crush reputations, and expose the truth behind the hype. Derek Chisora isn't mincing words.
Disappointing, and obviously I was very shocked with what I saw. There's no place for drugs in the sport, and the right thing happened.
As a close friend of Conor Benn, he's firmly in Ben's corner, welcoming him into his home, backing him with fierce loyalty. But even Chisora, raw and unfiltered as ever, knows the truth. This will be an all-out war, pushing both men to their breaking points. The stakes: legacy, pride, and survival. Chisora acknowledges that despite his bond with Ben, whoever wins will have to earn it. This won't be a clean fight. It'll leave scars, physical, mental, and permanent. But the gloves are truly off outside the ring. Adam Smith just dropped a bombshell, calling out the chaos surrounding this bout and holding nothing back. He torched the narrative, declaring, "Boxing has no place for drug cheats or fighters who crumble under pressure." Smith didn't tip
that he's been caught not once but twice, then take his license.
toe around the issue. He accused Ben of running scared, suggesting that when things got too real, Conor pulled the plug and dodged the challenge. The failed drug tests, 2 of them. And in Smith's eyes, that's too many. He made it crystal clear. Ben's actions have shamed the sport, and fighters like him shouldn't be allowed to continue without consequences. Then came Duke McKenzie with perhaps the most brutal verbal uppercut yet. McKenzie tore into Ben with unrelenting fury, painting him as a calculated coward who walked away from the biggest test of his life. Duke didn't call it nerves, he called it manipulation, a strategic ducking of exposure. In his words, Conor
Eubank is enjoying, he's a cool, calm, calculated man. He's rather like his father, and he's wanting to surgically get at Conor Benn all the time, still digging him with a knife that he's a drugs cheat. He loves these...
Conor Benn mocked the system, spat on the sport's integrity, and now deserves a lifetime ban. No second chances, no redemption arcs, just a one-way ticket out of boxing. He demanded the British board strip Ben of his license permanently, branding him unworthy of the ring. Meanwhile, Gareth A. Davies brought the conversation back to the man on the other side of the ring, Chris Eubank Jr. Davies praised Eubank's surgical precision in the ring, comparing him to a methodical technician, calm under fire, composed in chaos. Like his father, Eubank doesn't buckle under pressure. He thrives in it. He doesn't rely on haymakers or lucky shots. He breaks. Opponents down piece by piece, delivering 7 sharp, deliberate punches for everyone thrown at him. It's not just boxing. It's calculated destruction. But here's the twist. Can Ben, with all his speed, aggression, and fury, survive